We have a very exciting interview coming up with an absolute legend. This man has been making music from before I was born. Like, the entire lifespan, my whole life, he has just been killing the game. So I'm really excited to get into this conversation as well, and just to see where we're at. Yes, guys, drop your flags in the comments. It's gonna be really exciting. Have you guys listened to Yeeko? This is like the biggest song in Ghana right now, isn't it?
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I feel so honored to be speaking to you.
Yeah, right.
You're an actual legend. Like I was just saying to the people, you've been making music longer than I've been alive. That's incredible. And like, since 1997 till now, like still popping. That's insane.
Yes, since 97. Thank you.
So right now, I am playing Yeeko in the background with Kuame Eugene, who's also one of the hottest artists in Ghana right now. And you are the Made in Ghana ambassador. How is it going with this song? What does Yeeko mean to you?
So you know the last year, all of us were fighting, right? Yes. So Yeeko means we are fighting. We are hustling. That's what it means. So last year, all of us were fighting. And then we all woke up to COVID. And I remember that I had written in my book that 2020, I was going to change my perspective so that I could change my experience. And then COVID came.
Okay.
And you know that, like Karl Marx said, you can only learn to indulge in art after you've learned to clothe and feed yourself. So when people cannot find money to eat, and go to the hospital, no one is going to buy a piece of art or go to a show. That is even if you are getting a show. Yeah. So with that, it became increasingly difficult for us to do our performances. So the whole 2020 for artists in the world, we didn't do any paid for, gigs. So we were fighting. Then I had this feeling in my spirit that if I do a song with Kuame Eugene, it was going to hit. So I called Kuame Eugene. I told him that let's do a song in this direction to remind people that even though we are fighting, and even though we are fighting, God is still relevant and we still have hope. So we recorded a song to give hope to Ghanaians that no matter how difficult it is in these times, God is still on our side. So that was what the purpose for the song was. And the song has become so successful that the message is going down well with my people.
So how important is like the development of like science and technology in Ghana for you?
I think that is the future. I think that's the future. The only problem that I have with science and technology is that we do not have science and technology in our local language. So what is the Akan word for coding? What is the Akan word for internet? What is the Akan word for computer? What is the Akan word for? So we do not have for binary code. What is the Akan word? So we do not have these concepts as part of our society and embedded in the fabric of our society. Therefore, we have become consumers. So I think that we need to be deliberate. When I say we, I mean the government with the cons must make a deliberate effort to tell young Ghanaians that we can also begin not to be just consumers of these amazing products from America, China, and Indonesia, but we can also begin to make our own. We can. So I'm waiting for the day when two young Ghanaians at the university will be fighting over not iPhone and Samsung, but hey, have you seen the smarter phone that's made by a Senegalese? Have you seen that phone that is made by a 15-year-old Ghanaian? I want us to get to that point, and it's possible, so for me, yes, the technology is moving. It's moving into AI. Elon Musk is going to Mars, but what are we doing as a people? That is my problem. What are we doing as a people? And so when you listen to my music, the whole Made in Ghana album was to inspire young people to understand that we are capable and we are intelligent, and something has happened to our conditioning. Can we just stop for a minute and look at it? What has happened to our conditioning? What happened? Why is it that we invented mathematics we invented chemistry, we invented physics, we trained almost every philosopher in Greece. But where is our philosophy? What has happened to it? You know, so on my own page, every Sunday, I vlog on my Facebook page. I have something called Sunday Reflections, where I try to relate development to social life and religion. So I'm trying to tell us to pay attention to these things. You know, development is 2 words: develop and mental. And unless, yes, you know, and unless we decide to see, thank you, unless we decide to take control of our thoughts as Africans, and we let the world still dictate to us and make Ghana a dumping ground, we are never going to develop. I think technology is moving fast, but what is the contribution of Ghana to the global economy of IT? That is the question that I'm leaving young people with.
Wow. I mean, I feel like I'm literally just sat here learning from like most intelligent person ever.
Yeah, right.
Amazing. And he touched on obviously Kwame Nkrumah and the things that he said. When you look at us now as Ghana, we're 64 years on from where we were. Do you think that we are where we're supposed to be? And where do you kind of see Ghana going in the next 50 to 64 years? How would you like to see the trajectory of the country in that sense?
Well, so let me tackle the first question first. Like, do I think that Ghana is going forward development-wise? I think so. I think so. I think so, because when I was born, that is like 45 years ago, or when I was going to school, the main idea for education was through the concept of regurgitation. So you learn when did Don Diago Diazambuja come to Ghana, 18 this, then you memorize all those things. And then at the end of the term, you are given an exam to write. The one that scores highest by remembering under pressure what he or she learned is the one that is the best student in the class. But now it's no longer like that.
Yeah.
Yes, now Ghana is developing the TVET, education system, which is different from the grammar school, which is the technical and vocational education. And Ghana is building technical universities. Ghana is now interested in robotics. They have a whole commission, a COVID commission, that is interested in bringing special kids together to foster the making of robotics and start the conversation with us also doing something. Now, when you look at the rich people that we have in Ghana, it is not just lawyers and doctors. We have people like Ago who make furniture. We have Kantanka who makes cars. We have people who are into electronics. We have people making their own radio stations. So the trajectory is changing from a whole, if the only people that could be successful post-colonial Ghana was lawyers, accountants, doctors, and all that. But now we have rappers who are millionaires in this country. We have movie stars, we have movie producers. People are learning to do stuff with their hands. And I believe that is the beginning of real development in our country. So yes, we are not going at the pace that I think we should go as a country, but I think that we are going somewhere. Going forward, what I think that we need to do is that the media should reduce the number of times they do MPP, NDC in the morning. So they set the agenda. So when you wake up on Monday morning, the whole media is MPP, NDC. No one is talking about AI. No one is talking about how to train a child to develop their thoughts. No one is talking about conflict. No one is talking about ingenuity. No one is talking about creativity. So that I think that the media should make it a point, pardon the cliche, to bring the conversation of development on mainstream radio and mainstream TV. Because things like birthdays for celebrities and this one is beefing the other, that is too much. We need to go beyond that and look at where the nation is going in the next 50 years. So I think that the politics, the way that we treat politics in Ghana, immediately the elections are over, 2 months after, we need to go back to development, where the incumbent is not victimizing the opposition. The opposition is not victimizing the incumbent. And then immediately after the election, we go back to Ghana, where we all sit hands on deck, and then we develop the nation with love, honesty, and forward looking. Because I think there's so many intelligent young people in Ghana, and that if our leaders decide to stop fighting amongst themselves with politics and politics and decide to invest in the minds of the people, I think that the making of electronic cars, people deciding to buy made in Ghana cars, people decide to buy made in Ghana laptops, people feeling proud about made in Ghana will rise. Because the young people of Ghana today are way smarter than us. Way smarter than us. You know, and so if we actually give them the mantle to lead, I think that in the next 50 years, we could have our own trains made in Ghana. We could learn how to take care of our children without having to beat them into submission. And we could delete,
yes.
you know, we could delete some of the little things that we do that sort of retard our growth. You know, so I am thinking that in the next 50 years, Ghana can get to a point where the world is coming here for ideas. One place that I think Ghana is doing very well, that we can do much better, is in the area of tourism. Last 2 years we did amazing with tourism. Do you speak Tree?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to say this in Tree so that non-Ghanaians will not understand me. Say you bet me up the cities now. Say you bet me the prayer up cities no. Now afi you know pure water you don't twina bonten. Now I expect to say obi fufu me fa. You know, me can what tree mu say the bear abonten say what you say you bet me up you cool keka. Because one smile from a poor Ghanaian child on the street is worth £1 million. Because you can't get a Ghanaian smile from anywhere else in Ghana, because Ghanaians are the warmest people on earth, and that alone is tourism.
Yeah,
you know.
Absolutely.
So if we could just Accra, Takra de Kumasi. Now your man, yes, you bet my the tourism industry will blossom in Ghana.
Yeah, I mean, I love that you've come onto that, because I do have a few questions around obviously tourism. We had the massive event under the governing of Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, with the Year of the Return, and now we have gone even beyond the return. Why do you think Ghana is the hotspot for everyone to travel to? Because even in lockdown, you still see people from far and wide coming to Ghana.
Ghana is just a blessed country. I don't think there's any other place on earth, and I stand corrected, that has a potpourri of resources, from diamond to gold, rich land, great farmlands, amazing people, smiles, beautiful women, creative young people. You know, Ghana is a potpourri of everything good in the world. And on top of all this cake is peace. The people in Ghana are so gentle that we will not fight over anything. We will not fight over elections. We will not fight over some silly thing like that. And because of that, Ghana has become like the hub for people who want to experience tradition and culture. When I say culture, I don't mean kente. I mean civilization, where people live with people in cordial respect. And that is why everybody in the world is trying to move to Ghana, because Ghana is also a place of spiritual people who really know that they are gods and they are capable of love. Ghana is filled with love. I went to live in America for 3 years, from 2000 to 2003. Before I went, I used to question, why are there so many gutters? Why are there so many? But when I came back, I saw Ghana differently. I saw that the wealth of the people is not in the skyscrapers. It is in the smiles and in the hearts of the people. And that is why everybody is coming to Ghana. Because if you are running away from trouble, you don't go into trouble. you go to peace. And that's what Ghana
It's
is.
true.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, for me personally, it's been a while since I visited Ghana. So the last time I went was 2016. And just from seeing things online, and I mean, let alone the airport, I know if I was to go today and to land, it would be a completely different experience for me. So for people like me who haven't been in a long time, or people that have never even visited Ghana, if they were to come, what are like the 3 things they should know?
Okay. The 3 things they should know about Ghana is that when you do this in the West, it means that you are trying to catch a ride. But in Ghana, it means your mother. So once you come to Ghana, never do this. That's 1. 2, the second thing that you need to know about Ghana is that over 60-something% of Ghanaians are Akans. Over 68 or almost 70% of Ghanaians are Akans. And they speak a language called Chui. And this language is pregnant with wisdom. So, and even other Ghanaians who are non-Akans, all the languages they speak are also filled with wisdom. So when you are coming to Ghana, you need to know that you are coming into a metaphoric nation. Everything has different layers of meaning. Yes, you are coming to a metaphoric people who have depth. And then the third thing that you need to know about Ghana is that wherever our respect goes to 2 groups of people, elders and women. Whenever you are on a bus and you see an old lady or an old man enter the bus or in any public place, if you don't get up for them to sit down, people will look at you as a bushman, as an uncouth person. Wherever you see a woman, when a beautiful woman enters the room, you need to get up, because Ghanaians love our women. Most of the Ghanaian tribes are matrilineal. And because we are matrilineal, it means that the woman is the head of our families. So in Ghana, by both the Akans and the Gans, our gods, it's not just a male sitting in heaven. We have almost all the cultures have 2 gods. There's Yahweh who sits in heaven, called Kuame, and then also Yah who sits on the ground, the Mother Earth, called Asasi Yah.
I love that.
Exactly. And we are children of these amazing gods. So our God is not a masculine God. Our God is a combination of a masculine and a feminine one. But because we get into contact so much with the Mother Earth, we respect women. So if you are coming to Ghana as a woman, know you'll be respected. If you are coming to Ghana as a man, come with the idea of respecting women, because our women are gods. Yes.
It does really encompass what Ghanaian culture is about and what we are like as a people. And I think for anyone coming to visit, that's probably everything you need to know in a nutshell to make it through in Ghana. But I would like to know, what is your favorite Ghanaian food and why?
My favorite Ghanaian food used to be fufu, because it is so amazing. Reason why I love fufu was that before you can get a dish of fufu, the whole process must go through about 2,000 people. Someone must plant yams or cassava and plantain. Someone must go and catch fish, put it on a car, travel, put it in the market. Someone should go and buy it, cook it. Someone should pound it before you just eat it. So I have respect for every hand that took part of the whole process, from planting, transporting, making to before I get to eat it. So I know that once I eat fufu, I'm eating the blood, sweat, and tears of 2,000 people. So it makes it so special. And then it's healthy. Yeah. The soup is made with vegetables. But now I am a vegetarian, so I don't get to eat fufu anymore. You know, so because I don't get to eat fufu anymore, my favorite food right now in Ghana is beans, gari with plantain, with fried plantain and beans. That's my favorite food.
Yes. So speaking of all things Ghana as well, what is your favorite place in Ghana?
My favorite place in Ghana is Cape Coast, because Cape Coast is such a chilled place. Once when you go to Cape Coast, the beaches are nice. The place is not overly cosmopolitan. You meet amazing people. My favorite place in Ghana is Cape Coast. I like it. And if you also like the whole idea of the forts and castles, you know, that's a good place to go to. It's very historic, it's very cultural, and it's very spiritual. So that's why I love Cape Coast.
Now, with you being the face of Made in Ghana, and all the products that come with it, what would you say is so special about those products that are made in Ghana?
It's just the product potency. You know black soap, don't you?
Yes.
See, have you ever used any soap in UK that is more potent than the black soap?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. So it's just the product potency. These products are sort of, it's not overly branded. And these are products that our forefathers have made. Or let me say, our foremothers have designed and made. And they made it with love, and they passed it on to us. And whenever I use such products, it reminds me of how potent we are. You know, so I like the black soap. All you need to do is just rub your sponge on it a little bit, and you get the lather. It is sharp, you smell good, it is natural, there are no chemicals. You know, I like Alata Semina. That is the black soap is my favorite Ghanaian product. But apart from that, I also like Gary, and I like the fact that now people are turning it into Gary lac and Gary cake, and people are packaging it as cereal to export it internationally. You know, I like it. Gary can be around for 200 years. It will still not go bad, and there are no chemicals in it.
True.
Isn't that amazing? Yes, there's a company in Ghana called Nkulenu. Nkulenu is making kenkes that can last for 4 years, and it will not go bad because they have developed the technology, and it doesn't have any chemicals. When you are done, go to the next African shop and get Nkulenu kenke, and thank me later.
I need it because I've been craving kenke for a while.
Yes, I'm telling you, and there are no chemicals in it. All they do is that when they are done, they put a rubber around it and suck out all the air, and without air, there can not be development of fungi or development of biotics, you know. Exactly. So it can stay for 4 years, you know. So I like it. But I think that my favorite thing is the Kantanka car, and I like the fact that it was made in Ghana. You know, I love it. I love it.
So if I were to come to Ghana, say in the next 3 months, where would you tell me to go? What are the hot spots that I need to visit?
If you are in Accra and you like music, I would say go to Plus 233. You know, it's a jazz and a grill bar, you know, open space with amazing live music. Amazing live music. And they have chichinga. They have the best burgers. They have the best everything. But if you are going to be in Kumasi, I think you should visit Menchia. Menchia is where the Asante Hene lives. Okay. If you are going to experience culture, you need to go to Menchia. You have to go to the Menchia, the Asante Museum, and listen to the stories of greatness. Listen to the way that we ward off Europeans from Ashanti region for 100 years. We fought for 100 years. Go and listen to the stories of slavery. And sometimes people say that we Africans, we sold our brothers and sisters into slavery. That's the lie. That is a total lie. When you go there, you will realize that the Asante word for slavery is Odonko. Okay. Donko. And Donko, the etymology of Donko means love do not leave. Donko. You know, so if we are calling our slaves Donko, what does it tell you? It tells you that we had another form of slavery which wasn't just like this, like the transatlantic slavery that took our cousins and our forefathers and foremothers into the West to be killed. what we had was that if you are considered a slave, the second name for a slave in Ashanti region was Efie Nipa, a person from our home.
Yeah.
So it was loved. So, and these people were not slaves. They were prisoners of war. That,
yeah.
Yes. So either you stay in your own place, and then at the end of the year, you bring a 10 or a 20%, you know, you pay your dues, or even if you lived amongst us, you were not treated like, were not whipped. You were treated like someone who was from our home. That's why that person is called Odo. See, these stories must be told. So for a person like you, you visit the Ashanti library, where you go and see the Prempeh the second, you know, mausoleum. You go to Menchia, and then you go to the Ashanti Museum to go and listen to some of these stories and see how the queen, after taking Prempeh, Nana Prempeh to Seychelles, when she brought him back, or when he was brought back, they built a house to pacify him. He never lived in the house until he had paid for it, because he understood that there's nothing like a free lunch. You know, so we need to go and listen to some of our stories and get closer to our history and our heritage. Yes, but if you are going to Tamale, I think you should go and see the ingenious Larabanga Mosque and how we used to build our houses using mud and sticks. You know, and the fact that, yes, you have to go and check that out. I think if you go up to Paga, you need to go and see the crocodiles.
I've been to Paga. I've been to the crocodile pond. Yes. So my mom's side of her family is from Bolgatanga, so I'm more familiar with the north of Ghana in that sense. So yes, Paga, that's somewhere that everyone needs to go. Go and feed the crocodiles. It's a once in a lifetime experience. Absolutely.
I'm telling you. And then listen to the stories of how the crocodiles actually go into the villages to go and lay their eggs, because they know that the people will not hurt the eggs, you know. And sometimes people say that the crocodiles are, like I said, they are deities and they are gods. I think that it is just a representation of the fact that human beings and animals can coexist if we stop eating them. You know, if we stop if we stop hurting them, they will stop hurting us, and we can have that paradise that God created for us just by being nice to animals. And because the people of Paga are so civilized that they are nice to the crocodiles never hurt the people of Paga. I think that is an amazing thing that should be shown all around the world for people to see how civilized we are.
No, yes. I remember, like, as a child when I went and I came back to school and I told people, like, oh yeah, I went to pet the crocodiles, and I fed them, and all my schoolmates are kind of looking at me like, right, something's not okay here, but sure, if that's what you say, that happened. But it is such a beautiful representation of, I think, Ghana as a whole. And yes, I would absolutely recommend. I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and kind of let us get back onto the music side of things, because that is what we all know and love you for.
Thank you.
And once again, I do have to say this because you're someone that my mom grew up listening to. So for me to be able to sit here and have this conversation, it's such an honor. Like, you are the greatest of all time.
Thank you. I'm working on becoming great, but that is not my mission. My mission is for my music and my personality to bring development to my people. I want that just the mere mention of my name. I want to inspire hope. I want to inspire love. I want to inspire creativity. I want to inspire the concept of family. I want to inspire the concept of freedom just by someone seeing my picture. And I don't think that idea is to be great. The idea is to be the best Ghanaian ever after Nkrumah.
We love that. We absolutely love that about you. And just looking at, obviously, the breadth of your music career, starting off in a group with your counterpart, and now, you know, working with literally the new up-and-coming generation of music in Ghana, like working with Kuame, Eugene on Yeeko. How do you feel like the Ghanaian music industry has changed over the past 2 decades? The good things, the bad things, how have we kind of moved forward since then?
Okay, so let me talk about the music industry that I came to find. I think the music industry in Ghana post independence was very vibrant, and I'm not saying this because the grass is always greener in past life, but because it was true. I saw the records, I read the documents. There were record labels, you know, there were record labels, there were managers, and the music became international. Immediately it was recorded well. But when I came into the music industry like 25 years ago, we had producers like Agicode, like Despite, like you name it. Like there were so many producers who will put money in an artist and make sure that the artist can focus on writing the music and creating the content for them to distribute and sell. But about 5 to 10 years after my introduction into the industry, then the digital evolution was coming. You know, music started moving from selling of units into downloads and streaming. And the same way,
digital streaming platforms.
yes, because we didn't take part in the evolution, the Scandinavians developed their portals, the Americans developed their portals, Germans developed their portals. Ghanaian producers decided to put money elsewhere because they were losing money. And instead of joining the new wave of the digital evolution, they send their monies elsewhere to now go and do buying and selling. So because of this very action, that the producers who had been blessed and become millionaires from selling music for 40 years were supposed to do a backward integration into the music by getting young people to create portals like Amazon, Spotify, and all the other phonophile, so that we could have a Ghanaian version of it. Still, we don't. They rather took the money that they had made from the music and invested it into other industries. So this very single action has caused the music industry a lot. Now, when we record our music, we must go and beg iTunes, Apple Music, and all these people to put our music on their portal, and it's lost in the maze because you not even have a knob that says high life music or hip life music. Exactly, it is going into world music.
They just put it all on the Afrobeats or African.
World music, African music, experimental.
World music,
You know, how is someone going to find Okyeame Kwame's hip life music when it doesn't have its own category? But I don't blame them. They are doing business to benefit their economy. What are we doing? So I think that thing has made distribution of our music very difficult. But another thing that has helped our industry in modern times is social media. So because of social media, artists can meet their fans. So now the distributor, the retailer are all out of the chain.
Yeah, the middleman gets out.
Yes, all these people used to take money away from the artist. But now, because of social media, look, I'm talking to my fans directly in London, in Ghana, in Germany, everywhere in the world. And you don't have to go through 12 people before we can do this simple act. So social media has done a lot. Social media has given artists an amazing opportunity to create their own products, brand them, and not spend the same amount of money that they would have spent to make it popular if they were using mainstream media. Social media has taken the power from producers and big corporations and giving it to artists who know how to say exciting. You know, so social media has done well. But I think that talking about the quality of the music itself, we need to talk about the quality of the music. Now, the music that people like Kuame, Eugene, Kiddy, the music that they are producing is a postmodern version of our indigenous music, and they make it so beautifully that everyone can identify with it. You know, the quality of the music that they make with the little equipment that they have is such an amazing thing. And then immediately they create the sound. You know, everyone loves it. So I think that now the quality of the music is a little higher, because now it's like less is more. You know,
Yeah.
they don't play too many instruments. They just play little instruments. If it's a singer, the voice is clean. The songwriting is apt. If it's a rapper, the rap is sharp. The branding is okay. You know, that's another thing that has happened positive for our industry in Ghana. Another thing that has happened is that now we do more brand associations. So I have been a brand ambassador for MTN, for Coca-Cola. I've been a brand ambassador for GT Bank. I've been a brand ambassador for Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education now, Ministry of Trade, you know, Ministry of Tourism and Culture. So now we get the opportunity to do business at a certain level that our forebearers didn't get the opportunity because they were good musicians who were touring the world. We are good musicians and we have become more than just music talent. If you try a little bit harder, you can become a brand and do brand associations and be able to live the type of life that you wish to live. So that has also helped, you know, the Ghanaian music industry. But I think that in all, two areas that we need to fix, the copyright and the distribution. Once we are able to fix these two areas, the industry will be as good as Jamaica or America or England or anywhere.
Now, talking about music in Ghana, who are the 5 best rappers in Ghana?
5 best rappers in Ghana. There are so many great rappers. I think 5 will not be enough. You know, I don't think 5, if I mention 5 best rappers in Ghana, I will be doing a disservice to all the others that I didn't mention. But there are so many great rappers. I beg you, and especially since this is on the spot, I might not be able to think clearly and give you the best because I need to look at 2 things. I need to look at commercial success and real talent. So if you ask me to say it now, I might just mention people with commercial success and forget about the ones who also have real talent. So I beg you, in our next interview, I'll tell you. Yeah.
I'll remember this one. I'll come back to it. So do you feel like across the world and internationally, Ghanaian music is recognized the way it should be?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Ghanaian music is recognized the way it should be. Not at all, not by a long stretch at all. Because the music should not force its way into in-market economies of other countries. You see, you don't go international. You become international. When the music is international enough and it's marketed well enough, it becomes international. So I do not think that people like Uncle Ebo Taylor is very international. Asha is sampling his music. He was on tour even at 82 until COVID. People like Pa Thomas. I know that people like Stone Boy, you know, is making amazing music. People like SARKODIE, they are all making an inroad. But they say if you go alone, you go faster. But if you go in a group together, you go farther. You know, so if I can mention 10 people in Ghana who are making international, you know, who are doing it internationally, then I cannot say that the industry in Ghana is international. Like I can say about Jamaica or South Africa or Nigeria. If we are looking at 50 top artists from Nigeria who are known in Canada, Jamaica, US, Kenya, Togo, we will find more than 50. But we cannot count the same for Ghana. So I do not think that our music is international.
That's a really interesting perspective as well, to just see that although we've gone far, there is still much further to go, like you said.
Yes.
So obviously for you specifically, we've heard the song Made in Ghana. How do you feel like that has done in terms of its reach globally?
Made in Ghana, I think it did well. I think Made in Ghana did well. So the Made in Ghana is not just a song. It was a 3-year campaign that I was doing with the Ministry of Tourism and the Commission for Arts and Culture. Yeah. And that's what we did the first year, which was to release the songs. The second year was to create international bazaars in London, Germany, America, Johannesburg, and Barbados and Jamaica. that I was doing with Ghana Export and Promotions Authority. For last year, we were going to start in summer and go to all these places. Our idea was to go with kente, made in Ghana products, made in, sell, made in Ghana buildings. Our idea was to take ideas and take it and shop it around the world in a form of trade bazaars that had music with it, and then COVID came. And then in our third year, because Ghana is so synonymous with peace, we were to turn the campaign into a peace campaign to assist us during the election.
Okay.
So the truth is that we made the album, we distributed to the album, and the Made in Ghana became a hit. But we were not able to do what we were supposed to do to make it international as we wanted because of COVID-19. Yeah. But once COVID goes down and we are able to hit the road again, we will curate the shows again and then come to England and go to Germany and do what we think will take Ghanaian music and Ghanaian products to the world, So we brought together, GIPA brought together amazing people that made beautiful stools, beautiful utensils, beautiful stuff that we were going to showcase to the world, piggybacking the Okyeame Kwame idea. Yes.
I always say this, Ghana to the world and back. Like, we have so much to give and so much for the world to enjoy and to benefit from. So to know that there is so much going on back home, to bring it to us is really nice, because I think it makes it easy to build that link between the diaspora and the people at home to really have us unify across the world. Because I know amongst my peers, there's a lot more conversations happening now where in the next, say, 10 years, we aren't necessarily thinking of staying here and setting up shop, considering going home. And literally beyond the return, we're coming home, we're tired of being here. We want to go to where we are from and where we are appreciated and celebrated. So all these things, absolutely conversation that we are having. So when we talk about the Made in Ghana project, your song on there, Come Home, featuring SIZZLA, that was huge. Yeah. How did the song come about?
So this song, SIZZLA and I were born on the same day, same year, same time. We are the same height. We have the same color of eyes. Yes, so we celebrate we are both going to be 45 on the 17th of April. So SIZZLA is like my twin brother from Jamaica. So we spoke about doing a song to tell people that Africans around the world, it's time that you come home. And when you find your roots and culture, remember you are not alone. So come home with me. We wanted to do, because on the back of all the people that were being shot dead and disrespected in the Americas, in England, we thought that, you know what? Because I know that whenever someone tries to disrespect you, and you tell them, don't disrespect me, I'm a human being, they say, then go back home, right? That's what they keep saying. Ignorantly. They say, why don't you just go home? And you're forgetting that it was your blood, sweat, and tears.
Trust me, I want to.
Yes, it was your blood, sweat, and tears and your ideas that built their bridges and built their streets and built their cosmopolitan cities. So you have the right to be there. But just in case you want to come home, someone should remind you, should bring your attention to it, and then we need to create an enabling environment for people like you who have tasted the West to be able to come back home and enjoy. So we started this Come Back Home campaign, part of the Made in Ghana, campaign. And then because SIZZLA is so big on Pan-Africanism, I decided that he's the one I was going to make the song with, and then, yes, we made a song for the year of return. And beyond the return, we're having the conversations to use it as a theme song for 2020 beyond the return. And then COVID came. But COVID will go away the same way it came. And when it's gone, we will revive everything that's got to do with touching people. When COVID leaves, I'm going to give everyone a hug in the world.
Yes, it's true.
I'm going to give everyone a peg, and I'm good. So because COVID has made it so difficult for us to meet together as a people, to group together as a people, and to share our spirits together, you know. So the main idea of the Come Home song was we're creating a song for Beyond the Return, you know, that we're going to use to bring. So when you watch the video, you realize that the plane is actually moving from country to country, and I'm giving a coin to some iconic people, and the coin says "Come Home." So once you receive the coin, so we're going to use it as the real thing, so that last year we go to, say, Oprah and give her a coin. Then we go to Idris Elba, give her a coin. We go to Nas, give him a coin. And then we give you the, so once you get a Come Home coin, it means that we are inviting you to come home to a land of gold. Yes.
Yeah, we love that. And just hearing you speak, it really is truly inspiring, especially for me as a representation of the younger generation. Like you said, Ghana is a very philosophical country, and there's a lot of wisdom, and I can certainly hear that reflected in every single thing you're saying to me right now.
Thank you.
No, but it's important because oftentimes there is a little bit of a disconnect between the younger and the older generation, because there's a very different way of thinking. And it's refreshing to hear someone who understands what it takes to get us collectively to the next level. And I can only imagine that wisdom, that knowledge, and the creativity that goes into everything that you do. I mean, even just the symbolism in the video of the plane traveling around and giving the coins.
Thank you.
So looking at that creative side and feeling inspired in that way, how was it working with Kwame Eugene on the song Yeeko?
Oh, so just like just like the title said, we fought a lot on on the recording, you know. So, but this is the easiest song that I've done in my life. So I recorded a song and sent it to Kwame Eugene, and then Kwame Eugene said, "Nah, this style is a cake, man. Rapping this style." So I said, "Really? Why don't you make a style that works?" So he made a style and sent it to my road manager. And so I listened to it in a week. I went to his house. In 30 minutes, we're done with the song.
Wow.
In 30 minutes. But then we fought about the recording process after I was done with the recording. There were things that we fought about. For example, the chorus. I am a person that wants to spread love. So I am thinking that Yeeko, you know, I don't think that life is war. I think life is love. You know, but our society says Obrayo Okun. Maybe I think we should change it to Obrayo Odo. Life is love. So instead of Yeeko, I was telling Kwame that we should turn the chorus into Chile. That even though COVID is here, because God is still amazing and on our side, let us chill. So we thought about this. We also thought about a few lyrics. We thought about a few things. But Kwame Eugene is just a younger version of me. I love him to bits. So we fought for a while, and then, you know, we stopped and we released the song and became such an amazing song. And if you look at his energy in the video, when you see his energy in video, you can see that the love there is real. We are not just trying to show the world that we are friends. We are just great friends, you know. So the recording was also a learning experience for me, because working with a 23-year-old man, you know, he works differently. He sort of makes nonsense of everything I know and his tricks, which is antithesis of what I know is working, and it's scoring the hits, and it's, you know, turning the whole nation into a frenzy. And this is not how we used to do it. You know, so I'm sitting at watching how simple the recording process is for him, and he's recording the song, producing the beat, you know, wiring the studio, and we recorded in his bedroom studio. That whole song was done in his bedroom studio. You know, so it was just a intriguing, enlightening experience for me to watch a young boy do things I do not know how to do. It was a learning experience for me. Yes.
It's nice to hear that you were able to learn something from him as well. See, it goes both ways. We learn from the oldest, the oldest learn from us.
yes. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from him. For example, even in the chorus, when he's singing Yeeko, I wanted him to sing it into harmony. You know, so instead of just Yeeko, it was sounding like speech. I wanted it to
Okay.
be more melodious. He said no, because when you are fighting, you don't have the time to arrange stuff in order. So the chorus in itself must have a certain level of disorder. And I was amazed that a 23-year-old boy could have such arbitrary understanding of his creativity. You know, I learned a lot from him.
That's really wonderful. I think that
Yes,
that's what you get when you bring amazing talent together. There's just this explosion of creativity, and that's clearly seen in the song, and even in your other projects.
thank you.
Now, kind of switching gears from that, we know that you said that you will not drop the mic till you get a collaboration with SARKODIE. We also know that he's very particular in who he chooses to collaborate with. So,
honestly, we've spoken about our collaboration. First, it was, and then we said, if it's a song, because it's going to be like the best of both worlds. He's bringing his generation, I'm bringing my generation.
Yeah.
So a song is not enough. Let us record an album where we can now go on a tour, you know, the best of both worlds. And once the idea became big, the implementation also became difficult. So we are waiting for the time when we both have the time to go into the studio and just do the album, you know, do the album and show the world the unity that we hope to show the world. So once the dust settles, we have amazing opportunities for great creativity. And I would surely do that collaboration, because I know Sark is also really interested in the collaboration.
That sounds amazing, like a joint album. I think we've seen it done in other, you know, types of music, in rap and hip hop across the world, but I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that coming from Ghana especially. So I think that would be something really innovative, and I'm excited because I love SARKODIE, I love your music, so I can't wait to hear what you guys muster up together. Now, we also know the pandemic has hit the whole world like a storm. People have unfortunately lost their loved ones. Whole industries have been impacted, people losing jobs, and particularly the music industry has been severely impacted with not being able to do live performances and things as such. How do you feel like it has impacted you as an artist?
As an artist, it has impacted me both positively and negatively. So I wrote a whole album during the period of the lockdown. I got the opportunity to be focused on writing my project. During that same lockdown, I wrote a 400-page book with my wife called Lockeddown, which I'm launching this month. You know, during that same period, I spent time with my family. I got to know all the troubles that my wife goes through at home. You know, because I didn't know that she cleans the house like 8 times, because every time after cleaning, the children just goes back to make the same mess again. I didn't know. You know, so it gave me the opportunity to respect, you know, pay attention to what happens in my home and respect my wife better. And during that time, it also got me and my partners to create a website called lalafio.com, where we get artists, pay artists to come and play live music on a website for people to pay $1 to watch. Yes, you know, so we created lalafio.com, which has now become a streaming site, you know, for a lot of Ghanaian artists. So I think that the COVID did some bad things, but it's also done some good things. It's also told me that all my businesses should also go online. So now everything that I do as a business goes online. So during that time, yes, I was a partner in an online store that is called I've forgotten. So we managed it. We managed to make it a little more popular. It's called Soko Center. So Soko Center is a one-stop shop where you can buy anything you want. You don't need to go to the market, and we will bring it to you. You know, so we had it going, but because I was making some money from physical activities, I didn't pay attention to it. But during the COVID, we paid more attention to Soko Center. Now it's becoming a community. You know, so but apart from the fact that we didn't perform, we didn't do the performances, we didn't make money. It also told us that you can't put all your eggs in one basket. So,
yeah.
And I do not know one rich man in Ghana who does only one job. So you see someone who owns farms, he's also into transport, he's into technology, he's a politician, he's into this, he's into buying and selling, he's into production. So he told me that if I was just a musician, my family and I could have been hungry. So it sort of reinforced this thing that I know already, that I need to diversify as an artist. So yes, COVID impacted me a lot negatively. I was scared. I lost a lot of money. The Made in Ghana campaign didn't go on as scheduled, but it also gave me the opportunity to think of diversification.
It's nice to hear that there's a silver lining there. I mean, the times have been hard, so it's nice to know that, amongst all the bad, there has been some good. And I think the moving of the digital age has been more prevalent now than anything. It's even people that I've seen being the most resistant to technology have been forced under these circumstances to just give in, because it's the only thing that's kind of keeping us all connected at this time.
Exactly.
It's wonderful to hear that. So I know now in the UK we're still in lockdown, provisionally by June 21st. Fingers crossed, touch wood, please God, we'll be back out. Do you have any plans of coming to Europe anytime soon and doing performances and touring?
Yes, so I said last year, my performance was supposed to be on the 14th of May. Where it's part of the Made in Ghana activities.
Yeah.
However, our plan is to revive that same concert and do it in summer. We have not already gone for our visas. We've not booked a venue yet, But I know that when the lockdown is over, we will surely come to Ghana. We will surely come to UK. We will surely come to you.
I'll be here to welcome you with open arms.
Thank you.
So, obviously, a couple of days ago as well, it was announced that Spotify has now come to Ghana. What do you think about this? What do you think that's going to have, what sort of impact is that going to have on the Ghanaian music industry?
I think that it's going to get us to work harder, because now that there's a face put to the platform, we can actually go to them and speak to them and find out what we've been doing wrongly and what we can do right. And then I think that now that they see that Africa is not a dark continent and that they can actually come here and curate content, I think that they might give us our own high life or hip life category, so that all of us will not just write that they will not just write that we are hip hop artists or we are Afrobeat artists, because our music is distinguished and it's going to have its own place. I'm really excited about that fact, and I do not know why they decided to come to Ghana, but I know that it's going to boost the in-market economy for the music industry in Ghana.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going down to Waterstones to pick it up.
Yes.
So that's kind of we've kind of come to the end of this interview. I feel like I've just been to one of my lectures, because I've learned so much in just this short space that we talked, honestly, and a lecture that I actually enjoyed as well.
Oh, thank you.
Just as a little closing remark, what message do you have for your fans in the UK over here, and just for Ghanaians in general of the diaspora in the UK and across Europe and America?
Okay, so come to Ghana, please. Come to Ghana. That's all I want to say. If you are looking to meet cultured people who are full of life, who are full of love, people who are passionate about other people, Akwaba, come to Ghana. Visit Ghana. Come and learn about culture. Come and find out about where civilization started in the world. Come to Ghana. Experience amazing beaches. Come and experience amazing people. It's a place of peace. The business opportunities here are limitless. The government is stable. The people are cool. You get a lot of people. Every year, 100,000 people graduate with first degrees from Ghana. Come to Ghana and start your business here. This is the place to be. So on the tourism side, that's my advice. But on the social side, my advice is simple. Listen to the small voice in your head. Most people who advise you, who tell you don't do this, don't do that, don't listen to them. If you are getting advice, get advice from people who tell you do this, do that, do that, do that. You know, people who always tell you don't do this, don't do it, they set you back. And so listen, when someone gives you an advice, peg it against the reasoning in your head and listen to that small voice in your head. That one is the one that is leading you to and through your purpose. So go out there. Don't listen to too much advice. I told you that. Listen to the small voice in your head.
I love that. Definitely going to take that with me. Thank you so much for joining us and for dropping all these gems and educating us. We look forward to seeing everything else that you've got coming up. Guys, for everyone that's tuned in right now, thank you for joining us. Make sure you go and stream Yeeko. Thank you so much.
Yeeko. and then follow me on IG, Okyeame Kwame, on Twitter, Okyeame Kwame, Facebook, Okyeame Kwame, and watch out for my Sunday reflections. That's where I talk about development, culture, and religion. Check it out tomorrow. Yes. All right. Bye-bye.
So, guys, I've been your host, ABIGAIL.DK. If you want to follow me, it's Abigail_DK. Please follow Made in Ghana _UK to stay tuned with everything that we're doing in the UK, as well as things that are going on back home and everything to do with Made in Ghana, the products, the music. We're here to promote it and feed it to the world. And I will see you guys another time. Bye.